here. Today I am taking a look at the Transformers 2010 Optimus Prime or Laser Prime and the Maketoys Battle Tanker add-on kit. And before we get to the figure itself, just have a look at the box, and here it is. It is huge. I've had to pull my camera back as far as I can and push the box forward as far as I can to get it into shot. It is massive. It's a lovely, nice, big box. You've got there the halfway combined and the full combined form of Battle Tanker. Got various stuff on the bottom there. Slightly coloured version on the side there with Battle Tanker and some kanji. Same on the top here. And on the side there. And on the back it shows you what's inside and various modes. So you've got the trailer mode, the super mode, and the super duper mode, and all the various parts that come inside it. And nice, there's a nice big flap here at the front here, which opens up like so. So you've got another big piece of the art on the front there, and you've got a big giant window on the front here. And this is a early edition one where you get an extra sword for drift. Basically this for drift, but unfortunately I don't have drift. So Optimus gets to dual wield katanas because that just looks more cooler. But anyway, put the box to one side and move the camera a bit. And here we have Optimus Prime and Battle Tanker. As you can see, the Battle Tanker is obviously a tanker, kind of reminiscent to the G2 Optimus, which had the tanker that folded out to the battle station. But this goes one better and combines with Optimus. All in all, really cool. I mean, I really like it. Just take this off to one side for the moment. You can see here. It does have wheels and it does roll, except when it's on the trailer, it kind of drags. Unfortunately, it is a hefty piece as well. It weighs more than Optimus does. It is hefty, chunky, hefty, really cool. Lots of little C-clips if you got these C-clip weapons as well. You can, if you want to, turn this into a mobile battle station by folding. The first thing you're going to do is remove this part here. Pop this up the top here as well. Just open it up. Just open it up slightly. You probably want to remove this part here. I'll just do it on this side here. And just spin the guns around, spin this part around, and like that. Just quickly close them back up again. If he decides to, which he isn't. All together again, and up again like that. So if you wanted to, you can have the guns pointing at the side here, so you can have like move the gun up the peg as well, so it looks more like I do apologise for it to be fiddly and falling to pieces. It is an add-on kit and it does this stuff. Stay on. So you can have the gun up to the front like that, so you can be pulling it along, shooting various targets. Oh, it's very cool. What I'll do, I'll leave that like that until we get to transformation. Let's put it off to the side, and then we'll come to look at Optimus. So you up to the back. Have a look at Optimus. He's a racing truck, based on a racing truck. He rolls fine, especially with the wheels being the way they are. They can be quite fiddly and annoying. I'm not too happy with the paint job, because you've got blue, red, and black with red flames. If it was all black, it would be a really nice colour scheme, really nice looking. But for some reason, they decided to paint it blue. Yeah. All in all, lots of fun. But he is rather nice. He's rather small for a truck bot. And the nearest truck bot I have to hand, that could be similar scale, Dark Lagoon Megatron. Get on there, stay there. Yeah, they kind of work in this scale. I mean, the cab section on Megatron is kind of like a deluxe, but he's a Voyager. I'll take him off to one side and we'll get to transforming him. It can be easy, it can also be incredibly fiddly and annoying as well. First thing is to come to these grey parts here, which are like fuel tanks and that, and they fold up like that out of the way. Next, split the legs. Remove this part. This is a sword. Transforming, it transforms as well, so you just pull that down, and you put this down. It's on a sliding part that goes down like that, and that just tabs in like that. So he's got a sword. Up the side. Next thing is to come to the front of the cab and split it apart. That frees up this panel here as well. That just folds out the way, like so. Fold down like that. Then come to the back here, and this part will fold back, like so, to reveal the head. That just spins around like that, and will go on top. And the two panels on the side here, the plain orange painted panels, will fold in. And if you do look carefully underneath her, I mean, the camera isn't going to show it, but if you get it under the right light, he has a matrix in there. I mean, if you get some silver paint on there, you could paint that in and it would look very obvious, and it would look actually quite cool. But it's a matrix. It's all fun and games. Now I'll just peg into the torso using the two pegs on the windows, like that. And just rearrange the arms a little bit. Good thing about the arms, they don't really need much in the way of transformation. And once you've got the flaps folded back, all I have to do is turn them around and they're done. Coming to the legs, you want to fold these black panels around on both legs. And probably the fiddliest part of this is getting these wheels to line up and go down into these spaces. Sometimes they want to do it, sometimes they don't. And so far it looks like all of them want to do it, which is fun. Then finally, fold this down, pull this around, you've got a foot. We can do it without doing that, just like pull it around, then pull that down. But either way it works. And here we have Optimus in his robot mode. And he is rather cool, and you can't see his head. Yeah, I mean, as part of the Battle Tanker set, you get a new head and crotch piece, because of the way it transforms and adds onto it. This is a standard crotch piece that comes with the figure. Just basically looks almost similar, but it's got these two extra holes in there. Adding them together, just a screw hole. These also peg together as well to form a backpack, like so. And the head is different as well. The head is really nice, nicely painted. And the head that comes on the figure is this one, slightly smaller, and it's also got light piping as well. I mean, speaking of light piping, there is a lot of light piping on this guy. I can just find my little torch. You've got light piping on the arms, the shoulders, the light in there. You can light up his shoulders, you can light up behind his arms. You could do his head. See? Light up his head as well. You get some really cool effects. I mean, even the little lights in the corner there, the light pipe. Whoops. Oh, that's rather cool. I mean, I really like this Optimus. He is a bit fiddly at times. He does have a ton of articulation though. His shoulder is jointed there, jointed there, jointed there. There's a swivel. There's a wrist rotation and swivel. Really cool. Head, it's on a ball joint. You can look up and down. But also because of the way this transforms, he's got a little bit of extra articulation there. There's a waist joint, hip joint. It is kind of not quite a full range at the hips because of the way the hips are with this hip piece. There's also got rotation there, and a knee joint, which isn't much because of the way it transforms like that with the wheels. It's got a swivel joint there at the ankle, as well as a ball joint. So he's got tons of articulation, just as he is. I mean, he's really cool. I mean, you can also hold his sword, that it comes with, as well as Drift's sword. So you can do the Gokaiger pose. Yeah, it's really cool being able to dual wield two swords. I would like a gun as well as a sword, but dual wielding swords is cool. I'll take his swords out and I'll grab that gun off Battle Tanker, because he can hold that as well. As there's two of them, you can dual wield these massive guns. Alright, cool. Yep, so I'll put that back on there. Now, start on the super combination. That's what I was going to call it then for a second. So we'll put Optimus off to the side for one moment, then he just fell over. Pop that up. This part here removes. This is a sword that lights up. Unfortunately, whilst I was playing with this, I pulled it off the connections, and as soon as I can't solder, I kind of just super glued it back in, so it doesn't light up. This is a little white LED that lights up the sword, because you get another sword as well. Pull off this part here, and separate these parts, so you get one fist, you get another fist, and a crotch piece. Just pull that back, like so. Oop, before we do that, open it up, come to this part here underneath, and pull off these two parts, like so. Then pull off this part here. Then finally open up, push in these grey parts here that the trailer hitch are on, so they slide back in, then you can pull off this red piece again and put that up into the pile with the other one that I pulled off earlier. Spin the guns around, then remove sword blade, as well as another katana blade. It's identical to the other one in length and net, so you've got a spare, but it can also combine with the giant sword. The hand with the stock of it is here. Get my little tool, pull that out. So basically we've just completely disassembled everything. You can make a little base mode with this, but there's no official one, so it's up to you how you want it to look. I'm not going to do one because I'm not really keen on base modes. But you can combine the weapons together like that. So you can have the giant G2 sword. Just unpack that cable. So you can have the giant G2 sword, or remove that, plug in the katana blade, so you can have him dual wield, which I will show up in a moment once I've combined him into his super mode. Just grab head and the crotch piece and the other sword, and I'll put those off to one side because they're not needed anymore. Combination. We'll start with the arms because they're easy. First thing I'm going to do is give him his clown hands. Like that. A bit longer. And like that. Make sure the elbows are facing in the right direction. Then grab these parts here. These will form like bigger shins. The clip here clips onto the C-clip joint there. I hope this is the right one for this side. Not really labelled, but I'll just swing over. Yeah, that's the right way. It'll just swing over the arm joint there. You have to be careful with this peg here as well. This is what holds it in, but it can be a bit tight. That'll go on like that, so you can see he's got a bigger arm now. Do the same for the other side. Get on there. Yep, that went on a lot easier. And that's then done. Just make sure the panels on the side there stay back. So here you got Optimus Prime with gorilla arms, truck and monkey. So he goes up. These pieces here will form the feet, the combined bone. So you just grab this part here, pull that down, pull this piece up, pull this piece off as well, spin it around, and there you have a foot. That goes on that side. Just do the same for this side quickly before I just like pull that out, spin it around, and there's this feet. Now, combining the feet is quite easy. Just fold these. You basically put the feet back into the pre-transformed state, and they will clip in onto this part here. It can be a bit awkward. Get in there. Yeah, get in there. And that just goes in like that. And there's a tab on this blue part that tabs onto this part here, and that secures it on. Yeah, get in there. Ah, damn it. There you go. Like so. And tabbed on. And here is the super mode. Let's bring the camera back a bit. It does look really cool. It gives him about 1.5 centimetres of extra height, maybe an inch. It does look really cool. You can arm him with the sword. It just drops into this part here, but first you have to open it up so the cable can go underneath. Just tabs in like that, and that just closes in behind it. And this grey piece allows you to wear it on the back, like so. Of course, it looks better, a lot better with the red piece there. And that can just come out, get tangled up around the figure because of the cable. And just plug that into his hand. Feed the cable through his fingers first. Get in. Like that. Then give him Drift's katana. Like so. And super dual wielding Gokaija posing Optimus Prime. That looks pretty damn awesome, just like that. A real awesome figure. As I was saying before the jump cut, because my camera only decides to record for 20 minutes at a time, is I forgot to put the crotch piece on. And that just goes on like that. As you can see, rather cool. It adds to the figure. If he's really cool, I do like him just in this mode on its own. Sometimes I won't display him with the trailer at all, I'll just have him like this, holding the X pose with his swords. You can add, because there's super modes how you want it, you can add this part here, the front of the tanker, that just splits open and forms an extra pods of missile launchers. Like so, and they just stick on his legs like that. But I like to use these for the super duper mode, which I will get to now. I'll just take those off. I suppose I can leave them on, but yeah. Remove his swords. Including the ones at the back. Remove this part here. Like so. Then fold that back up and fold it down, and that is basically him prepared to receive the trailer when it gets onto him. Just stick him at the back. Come to trailer, his guns are already out, so that's fine. What we need to do is splay pretty much everything out. Fold this part down, it acts as like a stand. On here, this part here needs to turn around. There's a little arrow on the peg here that points down. You need to have it pointing down for trailer mode, and you need to spin it all the way around so the arrow's pointing up for the super mode. And it's real easy just to spin it around, just make sure you can turn it, just like that, and just splay it out like that. And you just have to move everything around, fold out the handle here. It does take a little bit of finagling to get it out, so just got the handles pointing up like that. So you're pretty much left with that, and this will tab in. There's two slots here and here, so them two will just peg on something like that. So that'll just go in. You do have to bend it slightly to get it on. But once it's on, it's secure. Then you can almost leave it like that, so he's got a giant metal cape, but bend his arms in like that, and these just come around, peg his hands into the handle, same on this, yeah, peg in just like that. Unfortunately, because of the weight of the backpack, it does kind of pull him back so you can stand, but it would be nice if you could stand like that. I mean, you probably could with the hips just as they are. But this is the completed battle tanker. You just need to fold out the little visor here. That will... Oops. You didn't see the little visor that comes out from there because I forgot to move the camera up. And that goes down, sits in front of his face, so he can point his rocket launchers and his guns, everything. Finally, just add on the two pods onto his legs. And here is Super Duper mode. Unfortunately, Super Duper mode kills the articulation because it's a static brick now. You can't really pose it, other than this pose, and you can just about get the arms to move so you can point the missiles up higher, like that. Normally I like to play it like this, but I've decided I like having the guns pointing a bit forwards so they point past the missile launchers. Like so. I prefer it like that, so it just looks like a giant murder death machine. You can still wield swords on it somehow. I've been trying to find... No, I'm running with this. Basically, you just have to disassemble the entire sword, roll it back up, and that will just sit in there out of the way. But because of the way it is, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it like this. Now I paid £65 for it off eBay, including postage, for both the figure and the Tankers add-on. That was quite a deal at the time. I've seen other ones on there for more money. Unfortunately, I've seen on there for £100 plus postage, and it didn't come with the figure. It's generally pot luck, you know, especially when it comes to eBay. It's a great set. I really like it. I like the weapons. I love the battle mode. I love the super duper mode. It's just one awesome set that complements an awesome figure all round. It's really cool. Luckily, I didn't have to do the job of replacing the head, and the crotch piece I've heard at the head is a bit awkward to change. So I was quite really glad I didn't have to do that. But if you get one that doesn't, the head, I think you have to soak in water, hot water, for about 20 seconds or something like that, 20 seconds, minutes, a couple of minutes. Just makes it loose enough to pop off. It's not on a screw. Oh, it is on a screw. My mistake. Just basically popping the ball joint. Hips is a lot easier. It's just a single screw you unscrew and just go. And that. But yeah, it's an awesome set. Awesome display piece. Well worth getting if you can find it cheap. Well worth pickup. Unfortunately, I don't have any Voyager figures that are transformed, so I can show you the size. Actually, yes I do. This full Cybertron Grimlock next to it. As you can see, he's not quite Voyager scale, but he's got more weight than a Voyager. Especially this one. This one's hollow as crap. Anyway. Yeah, great figure. Well worth picking up. If you can get it cheap, get it cheap. If you can't, it's still worth picking up. Okay, I've been Geeky Delicious, and if you'd like to be seen, don't forget to write, or to reply, comment, subscribe. You know, the usual stuff. Check out Autobot City UK Facebook page. Yeah, just have fun. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.